Good day, evening, whatever, YouTube. It's me, Emily, with another mommy vlog. Yay, right? No, I know. I'm not so interesting, right? I'm kidding. Anyways, so tonight's mommy vlog, as you can see from the title, Young Mom Respect. Or Respecting Young Moms, whichever I decide to actually title this thing. Or whatever I decided to title it. Sorry guys, I vlog and then I make the titles for it most of the time, and every one of them, one run through, I don't edit them through. So, going back to the topic, tonight is about respect for young moms. The reason I bring this up is because earlier today I was with my mom, and we took my daughter to the Humane Society to pick out a new kitten because one of my mom's cats disappeared, probably just died because it got attacked by something, we're not sure, but we were going out looking at the cats and everything, and my daughter, mind you, is almost 18 months old at this time, and she is not quiet because she hasn't learned to be quiet. She is still learning how to talk in the first place. I mean, me and my mom, we do get excited, and we have very louder voice when we get excited, just something that happens. My daughter, when she's happy, she'll squeal and go, really, really loud and high pitch. And we try to correct her when we're in public and everything, but she was in with the cats and playing with the toys and everything, and the volunteer, who was an older lady, had come in and was showing us the cats and everything so we could see if we could pick them up, see which ones were adopted and which ones weren't. And my daughter was playing with the cat toys with the cats, trying to not chase the cats, but play with the cats. But for the most part, she was just more interested in the cat toys because they were little plastic balls that she could throw. And she was just doing her little Amelia Loud voice, and the lady just kept getting cross with her and trying to parent my child in front of me. That is one of my biggest pet peeves because I am her mother. I was just about to tell her to be quiet and you jumped in. You are stepping over my toes. Would you want me telling your child to be quiet before you get a chance to? Would you want someone stepping on your toes when your child is misbehaving and you don't get a chance to discipline themselves? Would you want a total stranger to do that to your child? I don't think so. And it's something I've actually ran into a few times because I'm a young mom, and depending on what I'm wearing depends on how old people think I am, not I are. Wow, brain. Anyways, how old I am. At work, I wear a more professional front. I dress more appropriate. I have a very professional mentality. Most of the time, people think that I'm between the ages of 23 and 27, is what I've heard, is what people have guessed. And then other times, depending on what I'm wearing again and how I'm acting, they do think I'm younger, and then they're like, "You're too young to have a kid." No, I'm not. I'm really not. There's this thing called puberty you go through when you're like between, I don't know, 10 and 14. That make it so your reproduction system works. Do I have to bring up science to you? Anyways, so I'm a younger mom. I'm only 20. I'll be 21 here in a few months. And yes, I have a 17-month-old. Don't act so surprised, people, please. But going back to it, okay? Because I'm a young mom, a lot of people are will try to correct me when I'm correcting my child. I know the way I want to parent my child. I know my parenting plan for my child. And when I say parenting plan, it's what I plan on doing for my child. And sometimes that's not always respected because I am young. And not only by strangers, but sometimes my family members will try to step in. And I have to tell them, no, please don't. This is my child. This is what I want for her. And not a lot of people understand this. When you see a young mom with her kids and everything, there's one or two things. You're either going to just assume she's a bad mom because she's young, or you're just going to judge because she's a young mom. Don't do either. Please don't. Please, please, please don't. I get a lot of people who just assume I'm a bad mother because of the fact that I'm so young. Okay, I'm not even that young. I have friends who, or old classmates, who had kids when they were like 15, 14, 15 years old. They're great parents. Yeah, they were really young when they had them. It took them a while to get used to being a parent and everything, but they're fantastic parents. And yes, I understand there are those cases of the young moms who give up their, not give up their child, but who have a child, who ignore them, who don't spend time with them, who complain about them all the time, who just aren't mothers. But those are the kind of people who become parents that weren't mature enough to have kids and weren't ready for their kids, or didn't want to be parents in the first place, or don't have that maternal motherly feeling. And it happens. I'm not judging anyone that it happens to. I'm non-biased or anything like that. I don't assume anything, especially when you don't know if someone's their child or their grandchild. That's why sometimes when I get like an older couple in, and someone where I'm not sure about their age, but they look older in a sense, and they're buying kids' clothes, I ask, oh, who are you buying this for? And sometimes it's like, oh, my baby, and da 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 da. And it's like, oh, okay, you have a kid. That's fine. Or, oh, it's my grandbaby. And it's like two people that are just about the same age saying the same thing. It's like, oh, okay. Stuff happens, okay? The one thing that really, really gets me, though, is when I'm with my parents, with my daughter, and people just automatically assume that it's my parents' kid. And it's like, I'm her mother, actually. Can you direct things towards me when you're asking questions about my child? But at the same time, I can understand it. But I really wish, as a young mom, I'd get more respect. I mean, when I'm, not dressed in, like, you can see I'm just, like, in an outdoors t-shirt that's loose on me, and it's camo. I'm wearing something I actually wore in high school, but high school was, like, 2 years ago, so I can't really say much. But still, I'm wearing something I wore in high school, my hair's kind of down and messy. I guess I don't look like a mom. I look like just a 20-year-old girl, or a younger woman, I should say. Not a girl, I'm a woman. And people just kind of, when I look kind of like this, wearing what makes me comfortable when I'm not working, and they see me with my child, they think I'm her babysitter or I'm her nanny or something like that. It's like, no, she's mine. Can't you tell she looks like me? I'm not her older sister. I'm her mother. And oh my God, if I get hit on by another guy saying, oh, weren't you guys sisters? I swear to God, I will punch them in the face. Or at least that's how I feel. And usually doesn't happen for the most part. Most of the time, guys rarely talk to me when I have my daughter with. But every now and again, oh, is this your little sister? No, it's my child. I say slowly, back away in the distance. Which I don't really care. I'm seeing someone anyways. But still, it's the principle of it. That's why I really, really, really want people to realize that us young moms need some respect. Don't hit on us. A lot of us have a significant other. It may not be the child's father, but that's our own business. Don't expect that we're easy because we have kids, because honestly, shit happens. Birth control is not 100% effective, and kids happen. And though some of us choose to be mothers or choose to be a part of their child's life. Just saying. Respect us when it comes to disciplining our kids, because if you're some random person stepping in on telling me what to do with my kid, I'm her mother. I'm the one in charge of her. You have no say. You're just a random person seeing a situation from the outside and not knowing what's really going on in the inside. I have a certain way I want to parent my child. You gotta respect it, please. And if you're gonna even attempt to talk to a young mom in any way that's about parenting, just ask us our parenting choices. Ask about our child. Safe questions are always, how old is your child? How let's see, how old? Anything special about them? Things like that. Or where did she get her eyelashes from? My daughter has really long eyelashes. Oh, she got it from me, and my dad has really long eyelashes. Those are safe questions. There's questions you just don't ask, though. And there's things you just don't do. And this rant has really gone out there. So, I'm going to end this before it gets too long. So, have a good night, good evening, any time of the day you're watching this. I'm sorry I went on forever about this and that and kind of bounced around. But I hope that's what you guys like about my vlogs. So, if you like what you see, subscribe to me. Add me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. I tweet a lot. I say a lot. I'm going to have all the links down below. And like I said, have a good night, good evening, any time of the day in which you watch this, and I'll see you guys later.